Hey feathered friends, today we're going to be talking about how you can clip your budgies' wings without hurting them or stressing them out. Let's get started. So now we're going to talk about blood feathers. So a blood feather is technically just a new feather growing to replace one that they probably lost when they were molting. This is something that is also in their wings, so when you're clipping their wings, you have to be careful not to cut too deep, otherwise you can cut the blood feather inside their wings. So as you can see, Jalapeno does have some pin feathers right above his head, and he did just scratch. And so a few feathers did fly out, but this isn't anything to worry about. If they're losing a few feathers here and there, that is okay, and that is normal because they are molting. And that is exactly what the pin feathers are there to help with, which is regrowing the lost feathers. If you see balding on your bird, that is not okay. This will be a sign of stress or possibly even disease on your bird, which is not good. So now I'm going to show you a few things that may make your bird's cutting experience a bit better. The first thing is a hand towel. I like using the hand towel because my birds will be calm in this towel and they won't be able to see the scissors, and it's not anything too big because we don't want to suffocate the bird. So scissors are mandatory because you need to cut your bird's wings, and I do recommend sharp ones because this will be easier to cut your bird's wings with. And of course, treats, which are technically not mandatory, but I like to give them to my birds. Some people will give it to their birds after. I like to give it to them before and after so they feel like they've done a great job. Next, I'm going to talk about scissors. So, as you could see, here are some kitty scissors, and I'm going to be real with you. These scissors can barely cut through paper. So when you're cutting your bird's wings, this will be very, very hard because you're going to need to go over and over just to get one clean cut. Now this will be very hard, and eventually this will make your bird angry because they will be sitting there for ages. Now as you can see here, we have a bigger pair of scissors which are easier to cut with, and they're much, much, much sharper. And this will be easy to give your birds a clean, quick, unharmful cut, which is really nice because your birds won't have to sit there for ages. So now we're going to be talking about style. So some people like it when their bird's wings have that one little extra piece of their wing come down to form an X on their back. Some people like it when their wings are fully clipped and they have no little extra piece of that wing. I personally like it when it's evenly clipped and it doesn't have that piece of wing, because then I feel like it's safer for my birds that they won't be able to fly up as much. That's just one of my personal feelings. Some people prefer it differently. I also feel like this is less of a safety hazard that you have to worry about, but again, some people prefer different things. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how you hold your bird. So you don't want to hold it so tightly that it feels like it is not able to move and that it feels so constricted, but you want to hold it just enough so that it can't see the scissor, that it won't bite you, and that it doesn't want to fly out. So let me try getting one down and let's see what happens.
2 hours later.
So as you can see, Sky is somewhat calm and she's not really trying to fly out, but this is how you hold it. And we did just cut our bird's wings, so this will be a little bit hard to demonstrate, but this is how you hold your bird. So as you guys can see, Sky has that little piece, and we're going to try and cut it. So we got our birds pre-clipped, so we kind of know where to mark it now. And Sky didn't even flinch, and we got a pretty clean cut, except for that one little tiny itsy bitsy piece. And as you can see, Sky did not flinch, so this was an unharmful way to clip your bird's wings. So as you can see, now we have Jalapeno, and we're just going to do the same thing. So we're going to cut right here, not cutting on the blood feather. And we got a pretty clean cut right there, so that was pretty good. Jalapeno did not enjoy it, but again, this was an unharmful way to clip your bird's wings. And of course, in the end, they always get treats for understanding that they did a great job during their participation of clipping wings. Bye guys.